The Phillies are on a roll right now with the best record in the major leagues with 26 wins and 11 losses. And one of the main reasons for their success so far has been their starting pitching, which ranks first in the major leagues this year in wins and strikeouts and second in ERA. And the starting rotation is of course headlined by ace pitchers Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola, but also solid contributors in Ranger Suarez and Christopher Sanchez. Both Wheeler and Suarez currently have ERAs under 2, which is absolutely nuts. And with Taijuan Walker returning from injury, the Phillies made some news this week as manager Rob Thompson decided to move Spencer Turnbull to the bullpen. Why is this news? It's because Turnbull has been one of the best starting pitchers in all of baseball early on this season, despite having signed a 1-year contract worth only $2 million this past offseason. So exactly how good has he been? Let's dive right into the bargain bin and take a closer look at our man of the hour, Spencer Turnbull. So, in his 6 starts this season, Turnbull has a nasty 1.67 ERA and 32 innings, striking out 36 batters along the way. That's all good for a 1.1 WAR, which is ranked 3rd on the team behind just Ranger Suarez and Zach Wheeler. According to Baseball Savant, in terms of pitching run value, Turnbull ranks in the 99th percentile, and in terms of breaking ball run value, he ranks in the 100th percentile, which means that his breaking ball is the best of the best in the MLB right now. And his fastball isn't too shabby either, ranking in the 66th percentile, even though it averages just around 92 miles per hour. He's been striking batters out at a decent clip, ranking in the 80th percentile, but he's also prevented batters from making solid contact at all, ranking in the 87th percentile in average exit velocity off the bat. So, needless to say, this is an absolutely insane start to the season for any pitcher, let alone one that had an ERA of 7.26 last year with Detroit in only 7 games after coming back from Tommy John surgery that cost him the entire 2022 season. From 2018 through 2023, Turnbull had a 4.55 ERA, pitching around 300 innings total and striking out 280 batters. Also, in 2019 with the Tigers, Turnbull led the major leagues with 17 losses, which wasn't necessarily his fault since the Tigers were absolutely atrocious that year and lost 114 games, and he had the worst run support out of all MLB starters that year. So, despite being on some terrible Tigers teams these past 5 years, Turnbull was actually pretty solid for them until he needed Tommy John and then had a terrible 2023 season. So, going into this last offseason, Turnbull was a bit of a question mark. When healthy, he's proven to be a capable starter at the MLB level. But due to his recent injury history, the Phillies were able to sign him for cheap on a 1-year deal for $2 million to see what he could do in his first full year back. I'm sure that the Phillies never expected that Turnbull would play like a legitimate ace a month into the season, but they definitely aren't complaining about it. They're moving him to the bullpen to be the long relief pitcher for now, but if he continues to play at an extremely high level, I can't imagine that they won't move him back into the rotation, especially if Taijuan Walker doesn't improve his 6.39 ERA that he put up over his first 2 starts. So be on the lookout going forward for what happens to Turnbull in Philly because he's been absolutely crushing it and he's been worth watching. Well, that's it for this video. If you want more videos where we analyze absolute bargain players on your favorite teams, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to comment below on which players I should take a look at next, and I'll see you all in the next one.